Hey, what's up, people? It's Lloyd and Kevin back at it again. The No Pants Music Podcast. It's been about a year since we've done one of these because we've been on the Batman project, and
hopefully we'll wrap up this month.
we should finish it in the next couple of weeks once I get that mask from Brian.
Yeah.
But anyways, we haven't done one of these in a while, so we've got a whole year's worth of material and CDs to tell you about and shows and everything, and we're wanting to get back into doing this a lot more frequently, so especially with the music and everything.
Oh yeah.
And some of the things we might be talking about today could end up even in the local Gadzine, so be on the lookout for that. You know, always pick it up at Glass Onion Artifacts, a couple other places in Gadsden.
Pester Harmless directly or me.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too hard.
But I guess we'll start off with some shows that we went to last year, a little live show reviews. What was the first thing we went to?
Comeback Kid was before Knuckle Puck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Comeback Kid and it's Comeback Kid, Zabalba, Backtrack.
Yeah.
The other one's not.
The other one, what was it? No, Counterparts was Straight from the Path.
Yeah, I didn't see Counterparts.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm more of a hardcore fan than Lloyd, so I was really stoked for this. As much as I listen to crap like Madball and Hatebreed, I've only been to a handful of actual hardcore shows. So this was cool, but Zabalba, great, heavy shit on CD. I work out to them a little bit. Kind of sucked live.
I mean, I really enjoyed seeing Comeback Kid, and that was the first time I'd seen them.
Yeah, I'd never seen them before either.
And it was one of those shows I'll never be able to forget because they started the set with False Idols Fall, and the drums are kicking in, and then the first line is False Idols Fall, and like all the people jump like you see at a hardcore show, but like as soon as everybody hit and piled on, the whole power went out to the whole venue. And so they had to stop the show and like get the breaker fixed and get everything going, and then they picked it up right where it left off, and it was awesome. But it was just like,
and not to badmouth the venue, but this wasn't Zydeco, Masquerade.
No, yeah.
There's a decent possibility of them not being able to fix their stuff.
Right? Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, you got a big band that's done a lot of touring, like Comeback Kid, coming through with these like 200 watt amps, and you're running a 800 watt system or whatever. It's just like crap. You overload the power pretty quick. But that was an awesome show. It was the first like legit hardcore show, it's all hardcore show that I've been to, and I really enjoyed it.
Were they one of the first hardcore bands you ever listened to?
Yeah, when I was like 15. Yeah.
Because they were on all the Victory records.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I just remember I first heard them because my friend John had a Comeback Kid shirt, and I was like, that's a really cool band name. And he was just like, yeah, they're alright, And I was just like, cool, I'm going to look them up anyway. And I liked it, I still do, definitely. They're on my list. So,
Did you like Backtrack?
They did a good live show. I mean, I'd never really listened to them until after that show, and they've got pretty good songs, I mean, honestly, but...
Yeah, I like that CD way more than I like their live show.
Yeah.
That's an awesome CD.
Yeah. They did a lot of good recordings.
Too bad their last one came out in like December, so couldn't put it on this list. So then we saw Knuckle Punk and Neck Deep.
Yeah, I was so excited about that show.
I loved the Neck Deep part, but I don't know, I've never really gotten into Knuckle Punk.
I was there more so for Knuckle Puck than Neck Deep, which is fine. It's the reverse.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like a bunch of random bands at that show opening, and it was funny because like these people I know approached me later going, man, I loved your band earlier, and I was like, I didn't play, what are you talking about? So apparently the singer of Sandcastles is my doppelganger, but it was cool seeing Knuckle Puck. As far as their live show went, and what I've come to realize about most bands of that exact like angsty, emo, fuck you bitch type of pop punk, their live show musically is great, vocally is so-so, because dude, it hits half the notes unless other people sing half the notes because he's just out of breath or whatever. But it was cool, and I remember their singer had a Blink tattoo on his leg, so that shit always sticks out to me, but it was cool to see Neck Deep for the first time and hear them talking their British shit.
Yeah.
However, seeing them at Warped Tour the second time, I was like really into them then, and when I saw them the first time, I was just kind of like, you know, they're good, you know, but I didn't like know them, and now I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll go see Neck Deep anywhere. But
we saw 4 Year Strong and Mixtapes. That was awesome.
That was a spectacular show.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 Year Strong is always one of the best. I mean, probably one of my favorite bands, period, to ever see. I mean, if they're ever around, I'm like, I'm there. I don't care what I got to do to get out of whatever that day. I'm going to go.
Yeah, I guess me and you have seen them together the most times now.
Yeah. And it was random to see Mixtapes on that show.
Yeah.
And they even joked about it. They were practicing the Warped Tour voice.
Yeah.
Mara was like, Warped Tour, motherfucker! Which, you know, it's a girl, so it was awesome. But, I'm so sad that Mixtapes broke up. Well, hiatus. An unindefinite hiatus.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying broke up, but the band hasn't yet.
Exactly, that's a good point. They even made it a point that they will be back. It's just not right now.
And you know, they put out so much shit a year. So that just seems weird to me that obviously one of them has to fucking write music.
Yeah.
So I think in 8 months somebody's gonna be missing it.
Yeah. Surely. But yeah, that was cool too because that was the first time that we met them.
Mm-hmm.
We got him to sign
our shit autographed.
Yeah, and then I met Dan and Alan from 4 Year Strong at that show, which was like, it was just a quick hello, what's up, because they were loading out, but it was weird because, you know, like people always say on TV and on stage, people look taller than in real life. No, those dudes are just fucking tall.
Yeah,
Like I'm tall, I'm 6'5", and Dan is like up here, but beard down to here, and so I'm just like, don't hurt me, you know, and like, hurry.
And I never got that. I mean, everybody's taller than me, but I didn't think they looked especially tall in any of their videos.
I guess it's just whenever, like, I'm so used to being the tallest guy in the room, whenever I see someone my height or taller, I'm like, damn, like, I get intimidated, so it's kind of like, whatever, but...
And Bayside were on that, and I'm still not a Bayside fan.
Yeah, well, Barrett was stoked to see Bayside, which was weird because he was all like, I can't miss Bayside, I want to see Bayside, and then we stay for Bayside, and then we leave, and he's like, man, I've never even listened to them before, but they were awesome, and we were like, what the fuck, Barrett?
2 hours earlier.
Yeah.
But you had to take pictures I still haven't seen.
Right, yeah. That's how it goes. But, yeah, that was a really good show, actually. I mean, I'm not particularly crazy about Bayside either, but they did put on a really good live show. I've said that about a few bands I've seen actually at that venue. Still not really a Ghost Inside fan, but they put on a damn good live show.
That was a good show.
You know. What else did we see? I guess from there, would that go straight to Warped Tour?
I guess so.
See Warped Tour mixtapes again.
Yeah, 4 Year Strong again.
4 Year Strong again.
I unfortunately discovered Attila's not any good now. I used to go see them in Douglasville back when they weren't that big, and I really liked it then, and now it's like not a joke anymore. Like, no, we think we're wigger rappers with breakdowns.
We really are now.
Like,
we're
it's not a parody anymore.
Oh.
We saw...
My favorite memory of Warped Tour probably is Neck Deep playing because I was really, really into them and I was ready for it. They played the entirety of Rain in July at Warped Tour in July, and it rained during their set.
That's right.
And they were like, we're not going to sit here and joke about it, but I just want to say it's raining in July, and we're playing Rain in July. And I was like, yes, this is awesome. And I was so stoked that whole show. I mean, I was just going crazy during their set. It was so fun. I love seeing bands in the rain. It's very rare Warped Tour just lets that happen, you know?
Yeah, but they did shut the shit down later.
Yeah, because it started downpouring. But
we saw Chunk at Warped Tour.
Yeah, saw Chunk for the first time. They were very good live. They had a guy in a panda suit come out shooting streamers out of their penises, and they shot like some glitter all over everybody or something. That was
Maline's return.
Yeah, that was one of the best shows I've been to in a while, for real.
I really thought they had broken up.
Yeah, I did too.
It is shocking to me that Maylene outlived Under Oath.
Yeah, no kidding, actually, wow. Which in terms of popularity, maybe not. In terms of solid releases, it's about the same, really, but...
Yeah.
No, Under Oath stayed heavy, and Maylene went like radio, metal, rock, whatever, but...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Under Oath actually kept getting heavier.
Yeah.
I didn't buy their last 2 CDs. They're like real metal.
Yeah. But that was a great show. I was stoked to see Maylene again because I had seen them before. But they played, like, this time their set was like flawless. I mean, it was just everything good, nothing terrible. I mean, it was like they knew, like, we're in our hometown, we're here to fuck shit up, and everyone else is too. And it was awesome. I was stoked to see He Is Legend at that show too because I've been a fan of theirs forever, and they had been broke up for forever, and then they got back together, and then they come, and they played nothing off of any of their old music except for at the very end they played The Seduction. Like, I can't, there's so many people yelling I Am Hollywood, and they're just like, whatever, who cares. But what I was most impressed with about that show was that band Wilson that opened.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
They
that.
were freaking awesome. Like, they're like, we're from Michigan playing Southern metal, like, what do you guys know about Southern anything? But they come out and do like a drum circle, and their dudes join the mosh pit, and then they were like their singer was like playing beer bottles at one point, and like all the members were drinking beer. It was just like it was just such a cool show. I mean, it's very rare you see somebody actually put together something like that for a live show. So that was really stuck out, obviously. But
well, this is running long, so let's just get the highlights. Direct Hit, we saw them twice.
yes, Direct Hit twice.
Very awesome. I can't believe I finally saw them play Werewolf Shame twice.
Yeah.
Because I showed you that video like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd get to see them.
Yeah, it was great to see them finally. Kevin got me a Direct Hit, really almost too late, because he was like, they're playing the mixtapes, they're really good, they got this split and this video, and I watched it and I was like, what do I need to do, where do I need to get their music, you know? Which luckily Direct Hit is one of those DIY punk bands that is like, hey, here's our shit for free, just take it and listen to it and enjoy it, you know? Well, not if you're at the show, but they're like that online, they don't care, so they're like, cool, we'll just get it.
Yeah, on their Bandcamp, the only thing you have to pay for is Brainless God.
Yeah. So, so that was awesome to see them at the Wonder Root, and I talked to them there for a little bit, but I was mostly concerned with catching up with mixtapes for the last time because it was their basically like third to last show ever, potentially. But seeing Direct Hit at the Nick was awesome, and getting to hang out with them and buying their stuff, and like they sign everything. You know, they're just really cool dudes. And I'm actually going to be interviewing their singer and writing a review for Brainless God. That one of the two will be in the next Gadzine, and maybe the other will be in the one after that. So be on the lookout for that.
You've never been that into them, but I really like On My Honor, and that was probably their last show in Alabama.
Yeah.
They're either breaking up or going on hiatus this year.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
I know their singer during that show was asking everybody to take pictures to tag it because if they didn't blow up this next year, they were just going to call it quits.
And they played like 2 more shows after that tour, and then they made the announcement.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that was a great show, though. I mean, you had Smalls, which they've kind of like came and went, I guess. They were like really like all over the place there for a minute.
Yeah, they were internet famous for a second.
Good old Ashley, Kyle Ladders for you, but even though you probably don't want anything to do with it anymore, but
it was cool to see Smalls proper on like one of their 4 or 5 last shows.
Yeah.
Because I remember as I was writing the article about that show, and all the show went.
And then Latin for Truth played. Probably the only band we'll mention really from Alabama, but they were always good. I'm probably gonna skip to it. Other than that, me and a friend saw Straight From The Path. I was stoked to see that because I love Straight From The Path. However, I broke my foot at that show in the mosh pit, like totally broke the hell out of it, and then...
And you've been going to shows over 10 years now.
Yeah,
you had an injury, right?
so many shows I've been to, played tours, been to festivals, ran festivals, nothing. And then I'm at a hole-in-the-wall venue in Birmingham, moshing by myself in the mosh pit because everybody's like, look out for this tall motherfucker who's swinging fists. And I land on my ankle funny and break it. And I was just like, damn it.
But you're not going to mosh retirement now, are you?
No.
Not good to hear.
Hell no. I moshed after that. I was like, fuck it, dude. I still got a little bit of adrenaline until it hurts. So you can't just like, oh damn, I'm down. You know, like you got to save face a little bit. But it probably made it worse.
This is actually kind of hard to come up with best albums for 2014 because I'll be honest, I guess this is a bad year in music for me because I only bought what's on my list This was really not hard to figure out. Because other than 4 Year Strong coming back, not a particularly good year for pop punk. It's a good year for hardcore. I didn't buy any metal this year. So, yeah, what do you think? 2014 overall, I wasn't too impressed.
Well, after scanning back through some of the releases and seeing what had come out and what I have listened to and haven't listened to, I mean, I'll say I'm about so-so on it because, like you, I didn't buy a whole lot of things this past year. A lot of the bands that I would consider that had solid releases this past year actually almost didn't even mess with physical release, because I mean that is kind of like a dying format or whatever. But like, for instance, one of my honorable mentions is Knuckle Puck. They're just all digital. I mean, unless you buy a vinyl, they don't. I don't really think they put out CDs, or I don't know if they did on this new one at least. But
they probably do really small runs of CDs that they only sell at shows.
Or like Periphery, like they're like pretty much, they didn't put out clear on anything that I know of. They might have, I don't think they put out a vinyl, but I mean, I guess if you want to start with your top 5 of this last year.
Well, I just rushed through this. Bane put out their last CD, which I think is really cool. You don't know much about Bane, do you?
Not a whole lot.
They're Still Rings True loves them, so you know.
Yeah, I know that.
But they're not breaking up. They just announced, we're not doing any more CDs after this. This is it. And then we'll play shows as we feel like it. And that's called Don't Wait Up. That's the title of the last CD. Really solid, just, good. Just good, solid hardcore. Nothing too special today. And break the mold with this one. Just, a solid release.
They don't break the mold, just the bat. Bane.
Then Madball put out something new this year. I hadn't listened to it that much yet, but it has. Chad Gilbert and CM Punk on guest vocals on the same song. Just fucking hardcore.
Oh man, hell yeah.
Madball's a favorite hardcore band. Just everything they do is amazing. Just like MMA. You want to fight, work out, just brutal hardcore.
Yeah.
And then I put Kubla Khan above Madball just because I've listened to it more. I think this is their debut full length. They put out an EP or two before. Balancing Survival with Happiness. You've listened to that a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, and as soon as you gave me that, I just fell in love with the album title. I mean, maybe it's because of what all I've dealt with the last year, but that's just like such a strong title. I think that's awesome.
They're a little bit like Stray from the Path, right?
Yeah. A little bit.
Kind of that
a little more metal, but yeah, kind of.
Do you agree with me with the new metal on Kubla Khan? You don't hear it?
I don't know. I mean, there's like hooks maybe-ish, but I'll have to listen to it more with that kind of like thought in mind, and I'm looking for new metal.
Because I'm friends with their dude on Facebook, and he loves like old Slipknot and Limp Bizkit. So that's just all I think about whenever I listen to them. But they're amazing. Look up The Guilty Dog Bites first. Just intense, bash somebody's head in 2 minutes of hardcore. And then that's not all the CD though. It's actually fairly introspective for a hardcore band. Think like Shai Hulud. They got songs about dealing with life, depression, all that. They have a song about how much it sucks to wait tables and bus and wash dishes. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
New favorite thing to listen to in the dish room.
Do you want to save your 2 and we'll talk about them together?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because they made both our lists.
Yeah. So my list, I've got honorable mentions I'll get to later, but I just want to start off with probably, I don't know if you've ever really listened to anything other than White Stripes, Jack White's done.
Nah, I'm not even that big of White Stripes.
Yeah, see, I'm really not either. Like, I know the singles, and I know a little bit other than the singles, but like, as far as his solo work, I had no, I was just like, whatever. But, he put out his Lazaretto full length, and I listened to it on YouTube so much that I was like, okay, I need to go get it. And then when I found out what the vinyl does, I was like, damn, I'm finding this vinyl no matter what I gotta do. Cause it's like, I'm not gonna brag about it too long, but it's like the first vinyl of its kind. Literally you spin it, you put an LED on it, and there's like a dancing angel that plays, like a hologram, and that's just crazy.
Okay, that didn't really translate well to cell phone video because I didn't know what I was listening to. I didn't know why you filmed it. I was so confused. And then when you said what it was, I had no fucking clue.
I'll show it to you when all this is done, maybe. But it's also got the side A plays from the inside out instead of the outside in, and then B side, depending on where you start the needle, it starts with 2 separate intros to that song. There's like a cello, violin, like folky start, and then there's like a rock start, and then there's hidden tracks inside the label itself. So it's like, you know, this is just crazy, like innovative vinyl.
That's actually not the first time that's been done.
Well, I know that, but like I meant mostly the hologram and the inside out.
I've never heard that before.
But I just love the release because it's so different than everything else he's done, and it's not necessarily like these crazy, like huge guitar riffs like he's kind of known for, I guess, but it's got, I mean, in one album, like, he does branch out more than in anything else. He's got, I mean, references to the Beatles, to, I mean, Led Zeppelin, I mean, just old.
Yeah, not winning me over here.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's my shit though. I love classic rock too. So, but it's just it's like a folk bluesy like rock album that I was really happy with. Next up would be Angels and Airwaves, The Dreamwalker. Cool concepts. There's a graphic novel, animated film.
I'm looking forward to seeing that animated film.
The animated film was sick, and like a whole lot of other stuff that Tom put out in collaboration with the album. Album itself, there's certain songs on it that I absolutely adore and listen to almost every day, it seems. And there's other ones on it that I'm just kind of like, okay, you know, I get it. Like, it's different than everything else they put out, and it's weird because it's received a lot better critical review than some of their last releases. But it's more like an industrial new wave, like Tom DeLonge wants to be Trent Reznor now kind of thing. Like, I don't really know how better to put it, honestly. I mean, it's like,
leave out the flock of seagulls slang.
I guess. I mean, it's a little flock of seagulls here and there, a little police, you know. But I mean, it's just this like super new wave, like industrial heavy album that's, you know, it's cool, I guess, because that seems to be what's mainstream right now. And maybe that's why it got such, you know, good success as far as billboards go. But, you know, you're talking to the guy that We Don't Need to Whisper is my favorite ever release, and it's nothing like that at all. So it's just different. And then I guess my other two, before we start talking about everything together, would be Chiodos put out Devil in April, and I didn't even know about the album until like June. And ever since I started listening to it, it came to almost define an entire 8-month chapter in my life. Was my breakup, divorce shit, whatever you want to call it. Because it's just like, it's perfect. I mean, it's everything about that. It's like, I just went through this crap, and now I'm in my own personal hell, and now I've got to get out of it and handle it. I mean, it's just perfect. If you're a big fan of Chiodos, you know, Craig Owens got fired / quit a few years back. This was their first album with him back, and it's a perfect pickup. I mean, it really is such a good release. Comeback Kid put out Die Knowing. Probably that, and wow, how did I forget Anonymous? Wow, okay, side note, that and Straight from the Past, Anonymous.
We've talked about Straight from the Past so much.
Anonymous came out in 2013.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. But I was saying, those are some of the best hardcore albums I've heard, period, lately. I mean, Die Knowing is really good.
Yeah, I still need to buy that one.
The intro track is just so powerful. Like, you're like, damn, like, you're just blown away. But then there's that one song, I forget what the song title is. It's basically like a Saliva song. It has like the same riff from
you
Click Click Boom in it.
Yeah.
But it's still good. That being said, I know we're both going to talk about Newfound's new album. You have it right here. You want to show it off?
Really like this packaging. They put some effort into it. Love the I cannot pronounce his last name, so.
Oh, Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah, from writer of Fight Club. Only after disaster can we be resurrected. Cool quote.
I should have pulled all my vinyl of these albums that I own, just like Jack White's Lazaretto.
Yeah, I didn't buy any vinyl that came out this year, so.
Chiodos Devil.
Yeah, you have everything on your list, don't you?
Just about, yeah.
I put them as my number one just because they're my favorite band. It's it's required, but
absolutely.
To me, that's just a very blah New Found Glory release.
I mean, I really enjoy it as a release.
10 more minutes.
It's all good. I really enjoy it as a release, but I read some reviews where people were like, "You're not bringing anything new to the table," and I agree with that. It's kind of like
that's not why you listen to punk and pop.
Exactly. I mean, it's not at all. You listen to punk and pop punk expecting regurgitated awesomeness, but the thing is like I don't know, like with Not Without a Fight, like they took it kind of heavy, and this one it's still kind of heavy. Maybe it's the fact that they're missing that second guitar now, you know.
To me, the heaviness is more generic than in previous albums.
This is true.
Because they do have like two, I guess, about as heavy as they've ever been, but it's just really generic. I get open chord breakdowns, right?
Yeah.
And Chad Gilbert's screams really aren't that noticeable. They cut the volume down for those.
I've noticed that too. Yeah.
They have the dude from Terror on one of the tracks. You think Terror and New Found Glory? That's gonna be amazing. And it's just okay.
It's just okay. Is that on My Own? Is that where he's doing new metal at the end, kind of ish?
No,
is that Saliva sound?
Yeah, I thought that too. Saliva.
Yeah.
No, the Scott Vogel's on. He's on one of the first 3 tracks. I don't think they put out a video for that one. They put out a very good video for
Ready and Willing.
Ready and Willing. They make fun of 5 Seconds Summer. And they find kids that really look like them.
Yeah, the kid that looks like Jordan is like, he looks just like Jordan. It's awesome. Like, how do they even cast that? We need people who look like us. There's just some kid on his computer like, wow, I do. You know, like, yeah. Or it's some like 12-year-old that loves Newfound and tries to look and dress and act just like them, like we did back in the day. You know. But other than that, your other release is actually on my honorable mention. It's the start of my honorable mention. The only reason why it's not on a top 5 list is because it's just an EP. Mm-hmm. But For Your Strongest Go Down in History EP, boom. I mean, they're back. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. I mean, it's just like, it's everything that was good about them again, you know? Like, I mean, no more, like, which I didn't hate the last album. It's just like they're trying to be too radio rock and everything, and that's just what I thought of when I heard it was radio rock, and now this is like easy core again, if that's what you call it.
Like, there's heavy bits on that CD, but it's like Breaking Benjamin heavy. It's radio rock.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Like, I think the heaviest song is Fairweather Fan.
Probably. Like, to me, that should have been an EP.
Yeah.
That should have been our rock EP instead of a full length.
Yeah. But, yeah, I love Go Down in History. Mm-hmm. Continuing with the great thing that, well, they didn't start, but I think they've come to capitalize on, is naming songs after movie quotes. You've got What's in the Box from Seven. You've got So You're Saying There's a Chance from Dumb and Dumber. I mean, like, it's just awesome song titles. I think Go Down in History is just title track, but I can't remember the other 2 songs on their titles top of my head. But
I could have brought that one, but
I mean, I could have brought them all, I guess.
Oh, yeah, you have that on vinyl, don't you?
No, I don't have that on vinyl. I didn't buy Go Down in History on vinyl because it's a 12-inch and not a 7-inch. And it is easily belongs on a 7-inch, and they only made a 12-inch so that their label could...
Yeah, so they can mark up the price.
Little extra $5, you know, and I'm just like, whatever, dude.
Remember what they're on now? They're on Pure Noise.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure it's Pure Noise.
I was going to say, you can't call out Bridge 9. That's the hardcore level.
No.
That's what New Found Glory put out something on recently.
That's awesome. Other than that, you said you had an honorable mention. What was it going to be?
Gadzine. Harmless put together 2 compilations for you to download and hopefully throw us a few bucks on Bandcamp. Donations would be appreciated. You know, that's a lot of black ink. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But we put out 2 samplers. There's going to be reviews for both of them in the next Gadzine. To be honest, one's based on the Huntsville scene,
yeah, I've noticed that, yeah.
Just Alabama in general. I haven't finished the review for the Alabama one, but damn, Huntsville has Alabama as a whole beat like really bad. Because that Huntsville one is just awesome.
I'm going to have to get that one so that when I move to Huntsville in the summer, I can just hit these people up like, yo, time to play music, you know, like, what's up, daddy's in town. Let's get it going.
There's one Pop Fuck Man on that one.
Yes.
The Gaping Holes.
Yeah, the Gaping Holes, that's awesome.
But yeah, so check out those two. Give the Huntsville one more patience. You'll like it.
My other list of honorable mentions, I'm not going to spend much time on these at all. I just had to throw Taking Back Sunday's Happiness Is in there because it's a good follow-up to their self-titled ever since the original lineup got back. Even though I don't listen to it anywhere near like I do the self-titled one, it's still alright, you know. It's weird, I will say this, it's weird to see them signed to Hopeless now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this band that All Time Low was probably hugely inspired by, and All Time Low is the flagship of Hopeless, and now they're just some B-list Hopeless band, and it's like, damn, you know, it's crazy how life works like that, you know. Yeah. But other honorable mentions, they're all EPs. That's why I threw Good on History on there. You got Periphery put out the Clear EP this last year. They're putting out Juggernaut, I want to say, in a month, maybe. It's a double full length.
Oh.
The Clear EP is interesting because each song is 5-song EP, and each song on it is written entirely by a member. So like their singer Spencer has a song that he wrote everything for, and then like Misha has a song that he wrote everything for, and so it just to show off their like musicianship as a whole.
They're gonna be like Kiss back in the old days.
Kind of, I guess, yeah. But it's just it's cool to see because it's like it shows off each member's like personal musicianship as well as like what they're the most heavily influenced by. Mm-hmm. Like Spencer's track sounds almost kind of like this like industrial, almost Manson-y kind of thing sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Are they vastly different genres?
Yeah, a lot. Cool. And the whole EP starts off with a song called Overture, and it's like piano and stuff. Like it's like classic like violins, and then it's just from that into gent, and it's like what the fuck, you know. But so that was, I like that EP. Knuckle Puck put out While I Stay Secluded's EP. Really good songs on it. It doesn't stick out to me as much as Way That You Buried, but it's a great CD. I mean, if you're a fan of that band or that type of punk in general, definitely check it out. So that wraps up some releases from the past year you should definitely check out. You've got at least 15 almost new bands CDs to listen to, so check those out. I guess you could maybe link some of these in the description. Yeah. Most anticipated things we have coming up to see this year, 2015. If you want to start that off, I know we both mentioned Take It Back, but and For Is Strong.
Just speed through this. Zayo, if you ever heard of them, they were a defining metalcore band in the late '90s. Their last CD was in like 08, 07, and they're supposed to put something out this year, which they'll probably be, you know, generic metalcore, but cool to see them do something again. NoFX, they always put out an album every 3 years. So 2015, they're supposed to put something out. I hope they do. H2O has a new CD promised. You finally got an H2O, didn't you?
Yeah, and I really like them too. And it's weird that they're like this hugely defining band, and then nothing. And then now they're putting out a new CD, so that's good.
Chad Gilbert's supposed to produce it.
Good. He produced the last one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. They had a contract signed with him, and they were gonna go into the studio, and then they jumped on that Newfound Glory, H2O, this other band, the fucking emo band, Alkaline Trio.
Alkaline Trio.
Then they jumped on that tour, so they put it back a year. But hopefully it'll come out this year. We both have 4 years strong down. Be good to see them make their return to form. Then last I have Take It Back. You've probably never heard of this band, and that's a damn shame.
Damn shame.
Their first CD, if you like old pop, well, old easycore, you need it. It's just fun, sort of zany, easycore CD with like a couple very strongly Christian tracks, which are a little odd.
Political tracks here and there.
Yeah, and
mostly on the follow-up.
And then their follow-up gets really political.
Yeah, the hot dude, New Empires is still like.
Yeah,
it's hard to beat that song in hardcore for me, like for real. It's just so good.
They go from being this kind of gimmicky, like easycore, Day to Remember type band to just like this amazing melodic hardcore band.
Yes, absolutely.
That was like one of those overlooked CDs of
ever.
09.
Yeah.
Like alternative press, all these magazines raved over it. Nobody damn bought it. But your list.
There we go. Okay. We got about 3 minutes, 2 minutes, so I'll speed through this. I also said Take It Back. They've been on hiatus for a long time, and they're back now. They've announced shows and recording. That's
I really hope they tour this year.
Yes, so that was really big news to me and Kevin, and I know I made the statement like 9-10 months ago of I would do almost anything to see Take It Back play just once. So now I'm like, fuck yeah, maybe it'll work.
Yeah, when they were on hiatus, they'd play these really sporadic, like one show every 9 months, and we were all ready to drive all the way to Oklahoma. But
yeah.
now hopefully we want to go as far this year.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, 12 hours, whatever. We'll drive it, Also stoked to see the new 4 Year Strong full length come out. I read and watched some interviews with them where they're talking about how it's gonna be like they themselves were saying this is gonna be a return album. Mm-hmm. We know what the fans like, and we're not gonna stray from that anymore. We're just gonna keep it solid. And Alan is quoted, and AP is saying it's really fucking heavy. So we'll see. I'm stoked on that. I don't know anybody that listened to From First to Last back in the day. They were kind of one of the forefront pioneering bands of the whole like emo screamo movement, like 04, 05.
Good cop back cop vocals.
Yeah, and most people probably know them from Sonny Moore's Skrillex now. But ever since Sonny Moore quit, they became like a 4-piece, and now they officially, for the first time in forever, have a new frontman, and it's actually Spencer from Periphery.
That's so crazy to me.
I know, like you're telling me. And just how is what I'm like, I don't get it. But they put out a track on YouTube, it's called Dead Trees, one of the best.
Awesome, I don't like First to Last, it's awesome.
One of the best metalcore, whatever you want to call it, it's such a good song. It's
I don't like
solid.
Periphery, and I don't like From First to Last, that's just amazing.
Other than that, bands that I know are in studio right now, I'm stoked to see some new Neck Deep coming up. They'll probably continue generic pop punk, but that's okay because that's what they're good at. I know at one point one of their members joked about doing an easycore revival. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know. They kind of get heavy anyways sometimes. Yeah. Chunk No Captain Chunk's in the studio. They are quoting Bring Me the Horizon as their main influence, so they're apparently about to get really metal instead of Disney core. And Direct Hit is going to be going in the studio for a new album. I mentioned them earlier, we both did.
Do you know it's the new full length? Because they put out a split like every 4 months.
I'm pretty sure it's an actual full length.
That's awesome.
I'm going to be, like I said earlier, interviewing Nick from the band and maybe one of the other members here in the next few days, and I'll have more info on this coming up. Other than that, as I say with every new year, I'm just wondering what the hell is going on with Blink-182. You guys say you're going to put out some music, and then you don't, and then you do, and then it's an EP instead of a full length, and then it's like, well, fuck that, I'm going to make Ava. So, I mean, I don't know, but you guys have been saying for over a year now you got a full length coming, so where is it?
I've not cared. Boxing Day was alright, and I just don't care. I got one more good song out of them. I'm satisfied.
Yeah. I do have to admit that for them to be one of my most favorite bands of all time, I have the bar set pretty low for this release. So,
I hate that.
I do too.
I used to love. I mean, not like you, but I used to love that.
Oh no, man! Don't make me go get my guitar.
And on that note, hopefully we'll do this exact same thing next year.
Sooner. Not we're gonna wait a whole nother year, but yeah. We'll see y'all soon.